All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about a huge idea that is completely changing the game for how businesses get built. I'm talking about the rise of the tiny team. This is a fundamental shift, It's changing what it even means to be a founder.
And this right here is the big question, isn't it? I mean, it sounds kind of like science fiction, but what if I told you that for a whole new wave of entrepreneurs, this is actually becoming their reality? A reality being built on one of the biggest tech shifts of our lifetime.
And yeah, that's the number we're talking about, $1 million plus per person. This isn't about a little side hustle. This is about building a real, scalable company where the amount of revenue each person generates is just astronomical. It's totally flipping the script on traditional business. Okay, so what are we even talking about here? What exactly is a tiny team? Let's really nail down what this new breed of startup is all about, because they're turning the old rules completely upside down.
So you can see the difference pretty clearly. The old way to grow was just hire more people, hire developers, hire marketers, hire support staff, and watch your costs just balloon. Tiny teams, they do the exact opposite. They stay super lean, we're talking 1 or 2 people, and they use technology as a force multiplier. The money doesn't go to a massive payroll, it goes straight into innovation.
And here's a great definition, which the Financial Times actually covered recently. It gets right to the point. These aren't just small businesses, they're AI native. And what that really means is that AI isn't just some tool they bolt on. No, it's baked into their DNA from day one. It lets the founder basically outsource all the heavy lifting to the machines.
So you might be asking, why now, right? This isn't just some random trend popping up out of nowhere. It's actually a perfect storm of a few powerful forces all coming together at once. Let's dig into what's really driving this revolution.
First up, and this is the big one, AI tools are everywhere now, and they are incredibly powerful and easy to access. Think about ChatGPT for writing, or AI coding assistants that let one person do the work of a whole team. Second, we're all set up for remote work. You've got cloud services, amazing collaboration tools, you just don't need a physical office anymore. And third, the market itself has changed. Investors and customers, they love nimble companies that can pivot on a dime without a bunch of baggage.
Okay, so that's all the theory. But what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's get practical. Let's walk through a couple of examples of how you could actually use this model to build something incredible.
Let's start with something creative. So imagine a founder with a great idea for an app that finds personalized, sustainable fashion for people. A few years ago, you'd need a whole crew for this, right? Trend spotters, developers, customer service, it'd be a huge operation. Well, not anymore. With the tiny team approach, one person can basically orchestrate the whole show. You've got an AI scanning global style trends 24/7. You've got another AI handling all the customer support chats instantly. And a third one is your automated social media manager. So what's the founder doing? The important stuff, the human stuff, high-level strategy, and building those key partnerships.
Okay, let's switch gears. What about a service business? Let's say you're a high-end strategy consultant. Your brain is the product, right? But you probably spend half your time bogged down in the grunt work, building reports, creating slide decks, all that stuff.
Now imagine an AI-powered version of that consultant. They can use AI to instantly create those polished reports, or even draft the first version of a complex strategy document. Look, the AI isn't replacing their expertise, not at all. It's supercharging it. It's like having the world's best, fastest assistant. And all that time they get back, that's pure gold. It's time they can spend landing the next big client. But okay, let's be real for a second. This all sounds amazing, I know, but it's not some magic bullet. This whole model comes with some very real challenges, some critical risks that you absolutely have to understand before even thinking about diving in. And there are 3 big ones. First, dependency. Your entire business might be running on a handful of AI tools from other companies. What happens if they hike their prices or their API goes down? Your business could be dead in the water. Second, ethics and quality. An AI can hallucinate, it can be biased, it doesn't have a moral compass. You have to be the human in the loop, always. And finally, the big one, burnout. When you're the CEO, the marketer, and the intern, that is a fast track to exhaustion. There's no one to tag in for you.
So, after looking at the incredible potential on one side and the very real risks on the other, what's the big takeaway? What's the core lesson to pull from this whole tiny team revolution?
It really boils down to this. Success isn't about just using the tools, it's about being the architect of the system.
You have to be the one designing the process from the ground up, building in those ethical guardrails from day one, and maybe most importantly, saving your own energy for the things that only a human can do: creativity, big picture strategy, and making real connections.
And I think this quote just nails it. Being lean, building a tiny team, it isn't just the scrappy, budget-friendly choice anymore. It's a deeply strategic, forward-thinking way to build a company that's resilient, agile, and ready for whatever comes next. It's about being future-proof.
So, I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. Knowing that these tools are out there, that this is possible, what's that big idea you've been sitting on? What could you build if you knew that your team could be incredibly tiny, but also more powerful than ever before?